Yeah. Okay. So before reviewing Mission Impossible Part 7, Dead Reckoning Part 1, I want to just share with you something that if a action movie is coming from Hollywood or some other country with big superstar from Hollywood, like there are many online reviewers, you will see that they are not brutally honest sometimes, because they just puts those things into some pedestal just because it's an Hollywood movie or just because it's a movie from some great action directors or great action superstars. They will not say that, yeah bro, like the movie could have been better, or the movie lacked this thing, or movie's storyline could have been much better. It was not at all how we expected. So they are not that brutally honest about their opinion sometimes. So this is going on from many years, you can say. Like always an action movie comes from Hollywood, like if the movie is best, then obviously it deserves all the talks. But if the movie is somehow little bit average or little bit mediocre, like most people does not talk about that. So now we will start the review of Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. Now as you can say, like I have told in my thumbnail only or title only, that it is a decent movie, but it's not the best Mission Impossible movie that I have ever seen, because I always feel like every other installment of the Mission Impossible franchise is literally the best action movie you can make, with that storyline and with the superstar that were present or that are present in Mission Impossible franchise till now. Okay. So that was my thinking, like until this Dead Reckoning Part 1. Now there are some things in Dead Reckoning Part 1 which are literally top notch, but also there are some elements in this movie which literally makes this movie not that great, like not the best. Like I remember still when I watched Mission Impossible Fallout, after watching the movie, like honestly I felt like that was one of the great action movie I have ever seen in my life. Just like after watching the John Wick franchise, okay, John Wick Part 1, Part 2 and Part 3, I felt like, bro, this is some extraordinary level of shit. Just like that after Mission Impossible Fallout, I'm like, bro, they are just going better and better and better. As on first I'm telling you the best aspect of the Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1, then I will tell you the underwhelming aspects, or you can say literally few negative aspects. Now let's talk about the best aspects. Now first one is last 30 to 40 minutes of the movie. At the end 30 minutes they literally killed it. Like first of all, the Tom Cruise's the main highlighted action scenes, which even they were putting as a promotional material, like they were showing the behind the scenes and like how Tom Cruise has done it in a real life without any CGI. Okay, so that was like, he deserves all the praises first of all. Okay, he's literally 60 years old and he's doing this kind of shit, like it's phenomenal. Okay, like huge respect. Like if you talk about the last 30 minute scenes, like that was one scene where he jumps from a mountain, or you can say cliff, and he comes down with a parachute on, and then he enters into a train, and then some action sequences happen in the train, and the train falls off the bridge. So you have seen all these things in trailer. So that action set piece, and that is only the climax action set piece which happens in the movie's last 30 minutes. So for me that thing has done the most job of this movie, when especially that these things are all real. Like Tom Cruise has done in real life with all these stunts, plus the train that they have shown is a totally non CGI train, and it has been built and it has been crashed down in real life. Okay, so they deserve credit, full credit for that. So that is one of the best aspect of the movie. And now second thing is Tom Cruise has like charisma. Like whenever he is present on the screen, like literally the movie is bang on, like you are literally again interested in this movie. So that is the thing, like this kind of superstars, or you can say the last of the star from the Hollywood industry. So that is the thing, like whenever they are present in a movie, they just takes all your attention, like that much charisma they have. Another best thing about this movie was the rawness and the authenticity that they have captured in every action set pieces. Like, and always this Mission Impossible makers somehow are able to create such an environment that will totally make you tense, like that will totally make you literally anxious while you watch the movie. That is the thing that I have always loved about Mission Impossible franchise. Like in every scene you will see, like even previous Mission Impossible movies, like they will somehow capture your attention and they will make you feel tensed to your core. Okay, like you will feel it in your stomach that, bro, if this thing happens, it's dead. So that was another best thing, like the rawness, authenticity, and somehow whatever action sequences they have shown, especially the last 30 minutes of action set piece, like literally they have done their job brutally well. Okay, so now let's talk about the underwhelming and the negative aspects of the movie, which has not worked in favor for the movie Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning. Okay, so now first aspect is movie storyline. Now the thing about storyline in this movie, storyline is basic as hell. like how in the previous movie storyline was, they have to acquire three pieces of bomb, okay, then they have to defuse the bomb or something they have to do. Now in this movie also they have to acquire two keys, and when they attach that key, like whoever is in control of the key, he or she will get the power to dominate every other country and every other government. Okay, so when Tom Cruise gets to know about this thing that whoever gets the key, they will literally have the power to destroy the world. So that's why Tom Cruise will go totally rogue against his government, because he wants to take the two keys and he wants to destroy that entity, which they have not mentioned that what that thing unlocks. So you have to watch the movie for that, or you have to wait maybe for the part 2, so that you will see while you will watch the part 1, otherwise it will be a spoiler. Okay, so that's all about the story, which is literally very basic. And another thing about the story is like sometimes the story is basic, but the shock moments or the tension is so high throughout the movie that you are totally engaged in the storyline. Yeah, but here the problem was there was not much shocking moments, like you get literally oh shit, what just happened, oh he is the guy, okay, this is the guy is villain. So nothing was like that. Like the story was like simply going on, and it ends with a climatic big action set piece. So that was it. Like that is why I felt a little bit disappointed, because I wanted some shocking moments at the beginning and some tensed moments, okay, while the action sequences are going on. Like in the beginning action set pieces there was not much tension, and like it was not creating an environment where you will feel the anxiety or palpitation that bro what will happen after that. So that was not present in the whole movie. So that was one of the problem with this movie. Second problem is the movie's length. Like it is totally 2 hours 45 minutes long. The movie could have been much shorter. Like somehow they have exaggerated a little bit the movie, or movie could have been more tightly edited, and some things they could have cut easily. Then the movie's overall feel could have been a little bit more good. So third, and one of the main issue of the movie, this Dead Reckoning Part 1, is the villain. Like the villain is literally not that great, like not that scary. Like in the Mission Impossible Fallout movie, there was Henry Cavill. Like while you watching that guy, bro, that guy can literally beat Tom Cruise's ass. Okay, so like that much authority like Henry Cavill has when he's on the screen. Okay, but here the villain is not that scary. So that was the thing. Like the villain could have been more scary in such a way that could have instilled fear into audience's heart. Like, whenever the villain is coming on the screen, like audience should be more fearful, like that bro what will happen now. But the same thing was not with this Dead Reckoning movie. Like the villain is literally not that scary. The fourth issue, which I think one of the main problem with this Dead Reckoning movie is lack of intense action set pieces, and not giving full credit to our hero Tom Cruise. If I have to give you an example, like there is literally two best action set pieces in the movie. One is that car chase action set piece, and one is that big climatic action set piece, which will literally stand out for you even when you will watch the movie. Otherwise there is not much action set piece that will literally blow your mind, or that will impress you, or that will satisfy you that much. Yeah, so that does the job well. But even the beginning action set piece is literally good, but not that also satisfactory, and not all that much also intense. So in the movie's end, the last climatic action scene, like the credit is not going to our baddest hero Tom Cruise. Like somehow a woman comes and literally saves the day of Tom Cruise. So that I felt little bit uncomfortable. Like bro, like we are watching the movie for our agent Ethan Hunt, okay, like who does everything by himself. So like he's the main attraction of the movie. At the end, when a woman literally saves his day and literally saves the whole mission, so that did not satisfy me, because I wanted Tom Cruise to do all the thing and save the day for everybody, like he is doing in every other Mission Impossible franchisee movies, and he is the only guy upon him everything depends, like the mission success or failure. Like somehow in this movie, somehow woman comes and saves the day. So that kind of did not felt satisfactory. Okay, so those were some issues with the movie Dead Reckoning Part 1, which I felt personally now it is literally a decent good watch. Okay, it's not at all a bad movie, but it's not the best Mission Impossible movie that they could have made. Okay, so I expected very much because they deliver on the expectation every time. So maybe I expected too much, that's why I found these issues, or maybe they have literally underperformed, which most people are kind of afraid to say, because they think if they judge a popular franchisee movie with popular actors, or which everybody likes, or which everybody thinks somehow cool, which is cool, like they are cool, but somehow for the social judgment most people don't say the truth, even though they did not like the movie that much, or they have thought after watching the movie that this movie could have been much better. That's all about today's video. Till then, subscribe to the channel if you want to see this kind of content. Also like the video if you want. No pressure from me. So I will see you soon in my next video. Okay, bye bye, take care of yourself. Okay.